Hi everybody. We're here at Hoot Owl Ridge. Kind of the pits. A lot more stuff over that way. Race start's gonna be right down here in just about an hour. Start getting ready. Guys are coming in from practice. See if Mommy wants to say hi in the car. She says she's doing her homework, but... Hi, Mommy. Alright, guys. Getting stuff ready. Next time I see you, it'll be race time. Alright, here we are, everybody. Oh, yeah, this is important.
That was my kiss.
And it's going to be blurry for the whole rest of the video. I got Mommy here with me. First time for her co-narrating. This was the class ahead of us taking off. Look at these guys in shorts and t-shirts. You see that? I thought that guy was absolutely crazy until I about died of heat exhaustion. And at this point, I don't know what's worse. To die from, like, being speared to death by a cedar limb or having heat stroke. And
I couldn't believe he was wearing shorts and knee pads.
He wasn't the only one. There were several of them. This is right at the start. I tried to give you most of the first lap, relatively unedited, and then just some highlights after that.
Bridger and I, or no, Bridger wasn't in this one.
There I go. Take note of me passing 3 people right there. It doesn't happen very often.
Good job.
Thank you.
I was booking it to find a spot where I could see you go by.
As you heard me say, we're in the woods. Most of this course was pretty tight single trail. Like some of the tightest I've ever had to ride in.
Look how fast you're going there. Good job.
Yeah. I actually averaged 11.6 miles per hour on this race, which is a personal best for me. The pro guys average a little over 20 miles per hour, so I got a ways to go, but that was a personal best for me.
I always like watching your races. It's like tunnel vision, but it's really pretty.
This is the first time Mommy's ever seen it. Here's the creek.
Yay, we walked through here. These rocks were huge, and I kept slipping and falling, and coming up is going to be where, like, it's crazy rocky, and, like, I don't know how you rode through this. I couldn't even walk through it, so I don't know how you rode through it.
That flat shale was like ice. It got better. It actually had a mold on top of it that we wore off as the race went on. But it was, you couldn't stand up. B
Look
fell
at that, look.
3-4 times.
Oh my gosh.
Probably.
Oh yeah. I fell. Couldn't even walk on it, let alone put tires on it.
I will say you're going to see this creek crossing about 4 times in the video. It was undoubtedly the most technical section of the track. And it's pretty cool to look at. So,
yeah.
So, you know, it is fun to watch trees go by at a really high speed, but it's cool to see something else every now and then. Alright, now I always say that the GoPro doesn't do hills justice. Mommy climbed up this hill.
It was steep.
It's a very steep hill.
Like, I put my hands on my thighs as I walked by. Oh, I saw you go by here. That was the first time you went by, and I just made it there and saw you, but you didn't see me.
Yeah, but back to the... You can never tell how steep hills actually are, but that hill there was probably a...
I'll agree. You can't... The GoPro doesn't do your hills justice.
Here we get some of that tight. I hit a lot of trees, but you can see. It was really new trail.
Holy cow! I would have already just given up. Go through that. That looks so tight and back and forth. Are your arms exhausted already?
I did. Some things I got to work on. I had some major goals for this race. One of them I did good. One goal was not to try to go faster, but to try to go slow less. So on places where I really slow down, get to watching my front fender intimidated, to gas it through that stuff. So not necessarily to try to go fast more, but instead to go slow less. That doesn't make sense to most people, but I guess
I get it.
Yeah. One thing I really have to work on in the future is I gotta keep my elbows up. Remember those guys that I all passed when they fell down?
This is them.
There they go.
Back.
They all passed me right back there. So I'm back to where I was again.
That's okay.
But I definitely want to work on keeping my elbows up because my arms did get really tired, and your arms get tired holding them up, but less tired than getting jerked on all the time fighting the bike.
You can hear your breathing.
Oh, I'm exhausted. It was really, really hot.
It was. What was it? Like 97 degrees?
97
and
with
that was
90+% humidity.
Yeah, that was like just without any humidity or anything added into it. Was not the feels like. Oh.
Yeah, I smacked it.
Well, when you drive, have you
This was cool. This is a totally different creek bed. You guys never saw.
I didn't get to see this.
And again, we're going kind of fast. It looks like a gravel road.
It does.
There's a lot of bigger rocks in there.
I bet.
There's softball size rocks.
That was a big rock.
And you'll see that little section again, I think, on another lap. I think I put it in as a highlight. Here, I warp speed.
Oh,
This
look
is
at you,
actual real speed here. Probably my high speed.
Scared.
Oh yeah,
What were you scared of?
I hit something and my front end just dove off.
Is that how you got like that branch in your boot?
No,
Because
but
when you went by me, you had a branch in your boot.
I rode through it. I had enough momentum. I'm actually going downhill here. This is a pretty steep downhill, and if we're quiet, you'll hear there's like no motor. Now there is. Of course, I shut up and we start going back uphill. But that was a pretty steep downhill, and my front end took a dive.
Still going downhill a bit.
I about wiped out, and that's why I said scary.
Just rolling through it.
Thanks, Mama. Till you see some fat guy go flying by me, and maybe he wasn't rolling that fast.
Hey,
but I am definitely
those guys have been riding longer than you.
I am definitely getting faster. I read a forum.
Because you're getting more seat time.
Yeah, I read a forum the other day, and a guy like me talked about taking it up middle-aged, and he's like, man, I can only do one lap, and he said, and I see guys that I know are older than me and worse shape than me, and they're just smoking me. Are they really that badass, that much better than me? The guy replies back, and essentially he says, yes, they are, because they've been riding since they were 3 years old, and you're trying to learn in your mid-30s. But he said,
there you go, look at you.
You're out there doing it. You're not sitting on the couch. That makes you badass, regardless of how slow you go. And I don't know who wrote that for him.
That's me! The race manager. I like that.
I thought that was cool.
That was cool.
Yeah, thanks. This was the first lap.
Yeah,
and
lap
basically
one.
You saw a good summary of the whole course there. I edited out sections of repetitive trees, but for those of you who know how to read, from here on out it's just kind of little hunks of the course.
No, Clark?
Yeah. I said I just got passed by the fastest guy in Missouri. He wins.
He is so fast.
He's crazy, and he has a shout out to him. He has his own YouTube channel if you want to see how fast he goes.
And you said he was polite when he passed you. Like, he doesn't...
Yeah, he's really nice.
Doesn't holler at you. He just gets by you.
Here's that creek section again.
Again, super stinking slippery.
Don't run out of things to say, because
Well, no,
you're going to see it 2 more times.
I know. I'm just saying. Like, I did. I busted my butt, and so did our kid.
So it'd be like 4 times.
It was just slimy like that, was it like, like moss or whatever, like, on it and stuff.
Like ice. So, yeah.
I bet, though, if you're standing down there, it'd be nice to it was so hot, it'd be nice to feel the bike spray you when they, like, these people, like, it'd be cool to be sprayed by the water when you go by.
I took Bridger and Mommy down there during practice for the pro race, and one guy came, and Mommy had said, I told her that people were down there watching, and she had said, yeah, I bet the bikes get you all wet, and then a guy came through in practice.
Oh, yeah, sprayed us.
And Bridger got soaked.
Oh,
and
he
of course,
did.
he loved it. And he looks at Mom and he goes, "See, I told you." She's like, "No, I told you." I told you we'd get sprayed. But he loved it.
He did. He got the worst of it, too.
Yeah. Oh, there I bunny hopped over something. That's the whole
Probably
reason
one of
that
those
clip was
roots.
in there. Yeah, I thought it was cool. There's one for Chowdy. You'd be proud of me. You saw those limb. That limb had the warning. I smoked my head on one of those the first time.
Ouch. Oh, there I was again.
Yeah.
You lapped, too.
Yeah.
I like watching your videos because, I don't know, you just feel like you're going fast.
I'm not.
I know you're going fast. I'm just saying,
slow
like,
and-
it's just like one of those things where it's
Yeah.
coming at you.
I'm slow in comparison to the other people, but I'm getting faster. Boy, I did really show a lot of this creek, didn't
I know. Well, I think you liked it. It was
'Cause
bumpy.
there's-
Those
there's-
rocks were huge.
There's another section of it still that I show one more time.
Well, and some of them were like huge and like slanted upwards, like where you'd actually have to like.
Yeah, those are coming up.
Go
I think
over 'em.
this is the time I wrecked on it. I think.
Did you cut out all your wrecks?
Oh God, no.
Okay.
No, I put
Not
the
that I
good-
want to see you fall.
Yeah, somebody yelled. I was happy there. They were like, "You go," and I was like, "Yeah, you go too. We're friends." I'm really so like when people cheer for me, I feel like I have to cheer back for them because I don't know.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
They're
Like, "Yeah, keep it up," and I'm like, "Yeah, you too.
What'd you yell?
You keep standing there. I'm proud of you for that."
No, I cheered for you one time. I was like, "Yeah, go, babe," and you're like, "See you on the flip side," or something like that.
Catch
and
you on
like,
the flip flop.
Catch you on the flip flop.
There you are.
Again. But you're like, "Catch you on the flip flop," and all the kids were like, "What did he say?"
Well, clearly they've never seen Smokey and the Bandit. Look
Oh
how
my
fast
God.
I'm going right here.
I know.
I want to throw out that in my early videos, I would speed the footage up.
What?
This is all natural.
Are you being for real?
Yeah, there's that creek
Oh,
again.
I know. I like this creek because I think it's because I walked it. So I'm like, yeah, I know this creek.
Well, it was the
Look at
most
those
technical section. This is the time I wrecked. There, bam!
Oh.
That was that waterfall. Remember? I told you.
Yeah. I have a picture of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I pick a really bad line coming up here. And I edit out some of my wrecks, the boring ones that are stupid, like the tip over
Oh.
wrecks. I got up.
Like, I feel like you just headbutted that tree.
That's why you pay for a good helmet.
Oh
I
my
got up
gosh.
on that shale stuff, and I
Yeah.
slipped, and there's another wreck coming up. This hill is very steep, and it's very slippery.
Oh, you caught a tree limb that time.
No, it was very slippery, and I caught a root.
You edit out the things that you say when you fall.
Generally, it starts with a G and a D, and I'm working on it. But after I cussed, I remembered that I was filming and probably wanted to use this, and I said, "Try your best and forget the rest."
That's what
But
our son says.
But it was after all the profanity, so I don't know how much good I did.
GD, beep, 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 beep. Try your best. Forget the rest.
Yeah. You can tell I'm getting really tired here. I'm starting to... my camera is getting a little lower.
It does look like you're only racing through this creek.
I did.
It's like 4 miles on the lap, and it's like, but you keep coming back to the creek.
Because the creek was cool. But I was definitely very creek
I was
heavy.
gonna die laughing if it was the creek.
There you are again.
Yeah. Oh, yay.
You yelled, "I love you." If we didn't talk through it, you're like, "I love you," so I made the hearts and
Aw.
stuff.
Whoops.
Alright, guys.
You should have wrote "see" on the flip flop.
Well, nobody would get that. Hey, guys, thank you very much. See you next Sunday.
See you next Sunday.